What I'm going to teach you in this video is how to do some of the most fundamental poses in yoga correctly, and then how to flow through those poses, keeping that strong foundation. One of the most common things I hear from people that take yoga classes is that they don't have a great deal of confidence that they are doing the poses correctly because they're being asked to flow through them so quickly. We're going to change that in this video. You're going to start in your strong standing posture of mountain. So the feet are hip distance apart, pointed straight forward. You feel into the four corners of your feet. Big toe mound, little toe mound, inner, outer side of the heel. One way to feel that a little bit more strongly is to lift the toes off the ground and then spread them as wide as possible. And then starting at your little toe, as best you can, place each toe down one at a time and keep that width between the toes and really feel that strong base of support. The outside of the foot feels heavy, the inside of the foot feels light. You'll have a slight engagement in the arch, feeling the arch lift gently. The legs will come towards straight, but with a micro bend in the knees. Make sure the knees are pointed straight forward. Have the hips in a neutral position. Your core will be slightly engaged. You're going to allow your shoulders to relax back and down. Arms are to the sides of the body. Relax with the palms facing straight forward. The neck is long, so the ears are going to come right over the shoulders. So what will happen is your chin will tuck slightly and then draw back. A lot of people, when they think about lengthening their neck, actually bring their chin up. But once again, it's ears over the shoulders, chin tucked slightly, and then drawing the chin back. Once you've found your mountain pose, we're going to stay here for about 4 to 6 breaths. Now, we're going to come through a 3-part breath. So on the inhale, feel the stomach fill, ribs widen, chest rise. On your exhale, feel the chest fall, the ribs narrow, and the stomach empty. And gradually build the depth and the length of your breath. And on each breath cycle, see if you can bring your attention to your breath a little bit more strongly, using the breath to anchor your attention to the present moment a little bit more strongly. And remember, our mindful practice is not about clearing the mind or thinking about nothing. It's about being aware. And as thoughts move through the mind, simply allow them to do that, leaving the mind without engaging with them, without allowing them to steal your attention away from the moment. And just staying here for 1 or 2 more of those 3-part breaths. Now on the next inhale, bring the arms up and out to the side and then overhead. Keeping the core strong and your spine long, you're going to lead with your chest, hinge forward at your hips. Exhale, coming down into a strong standing forward fold. So in your standing forward fold, you want your hips high, but your knees bent enough, the upper body is coming super close to the thighs. One thing we see often is people are really bringing those legs towards straight and having the upper body super far away from the thighs. You want to make sure the knees are bent enough, the upper body comes close to the thighs. Allow your neck to relax and your head to hang. Really allow that relaxation to come through the neck. Once again, a common thing we see is people are tense and holding engagement in the neck, keeping the head high. Just allow the neck to relax. Have the arms dangle here. You can also hold on to opposite elbows if you stay in the forward fold for a few breaths. bend the knees enough, your hands reach the ground. And then on your inhale, you'll bring the left foot back towards the back of the mat. So you're going to come into a runner's lunge. So the front knee is directly over your ankle. Your foot and your knee are pointed straight forward. You're energizing through that back leg. You're on the ball of the back foot. Come onto your fingertips. So what you have the ability to do now is to bring the chest up and forward off the thigh. Draw the shoulder blades back down towards the hips. Now here, really important, you want to square your hips so you're setting through the pelvis. So to do that, feel as if your front foot is coming towards your back foot and your back foot is coming towards your front foot. So you'll feel the front hip come back a little and the back hip come forward. Really feel that strength of the thighs scissoring towards each other. And then keeping your spine long and your core strong, you're going to inhale, rise up with the upper body, arms up. Reaching towards the sky with the fingertips, but keeping the shoulders as relaxed as possible. Neck stays long and the knee stays directly over the ankles, continuing to square the hips. On the exhale, fold forward. Your back foot is going to stay exactly where it is. Inhale, bring your front foot to meet your back. And you're going to come in to what I call a high push-up position, but what a lot of people will simply call a planking position. Now, if you wish, you can always drop the knees down so you come into a low push-up position. Now, wherever you are, have your fingers spread wide. Shoulders over elbows, elbows over wrists, and press the ground away. Feel the upper back fill up the space between the shoulder blades. A lot of times people have the shoulder blades in towards each other and dropping the chest down. Press that ground away. Feel the core strong, spine long. So you engage through the core. Ribs, belly button, draw back towards the spine. And then engage the glutes, keeping the hips in line with the spine. A lot of times you'll see people dropping the hips and not engaging those glutes. Make sure the spine is long. Now, as we lower down to the ground, make sure you keep this foundation. Elbows tucked, shoulders away from ears, lower down all the way down to the ground slowly. Now I'm going to show you a couple of common errors people make when they do this. Coming back up to my high push-up position, a lot of people hold this strong, but then when they lower down, they lose this foundation. They'll start to drop the hips, ears will come towards the shoulders. What you want to do once again is keep that foundation from the high or low push-up and lower down to the ground slow. Top of the feet down. This is really important to protect the low back. You're going to press the feet into the ground so your quads engage and your knees lift. Keep that connection. Shoulders away from ears, so shoulder blades draw back down towards the hips. Elbows stay tucked towards the ribs. Now with great awareness and slowly, you're going to rise up and forward with the chin and chest to a cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, tuck your toes. Here we're going to start by pressing back to a tabletop. So coming on to hands and knees. Fingers spread wide, pointed straight forward. Shoulders over elbows, elbows over wrists, and your knees directly under your hips. Now to find a strong tabletop, same way as we did in our high or low push-up. Press the ground away strongly, engage in the core, draw your shoulder blades back down towards your hips. Feel the spine long. Bring your knees back a few inches, tuck your toes under. Then press strongly into the fingertips, clawing the mat a little bit with that first knuckle. This next part is really important and something a lot of people don't do, and they lose the stability in their shoulders as they come up into their down dog. You're going to externally rotate your shoulders. So your triceps will twirl towards each other, your elbow pits will face away from you. Okay, once again, fingers stay pointed straight forward, and that rotation comes from the shoulders. Holding that, you're going to exhale, press the ground away, and press your hips up and back in a diagonal direction. So you come into an inverted V positioning here. Press the ground away strongly. Feel that length coming right through the spine, from the tailbone to the crown of the head. Keep the spine, the neck in line with the rest of the spine. Those hips are pressed up and back. A lot of times people will come almost right in between your high push-up and your down dog here. But make sure you press the ground away. Hips come up and back. The legs are coming towards straight, but don't force the legs straight. It's perfectly fine to have a bend in those knees. On your inhale, you're going to come onto your tiptoes and bend your knees a little more. Exhale, start to walk your feet forward to your forward fold. Once again, allow the upper body to drape over the thighs, head to hang, neck to relax. Hands come onto your shins. You're going to inhale, bring your upper body halfway up. So you're at a 90-degree angle at your hips with the upper body. Make sure you're connected to the core, the spine is long, and draw your shoulder blades back down towards your hips so the shoulders come away from the ears. Exhale, fold forward. Now that same length in the spine and strength in the core, you're going to inhale, bring your arms up and out to the side, rise all the way up with the upper body to standing, arms up overhead. Exhale, bring your hands down through center. And once again, we're going to find that strong standing posture of your mountain pose. Now, we're going to flow through those poses with strength and keeping the foundation that we just learned. Okay, find that mountain pose. On the next inhale, bring the arms up and out to the side and then overhead. Long spine, strong core, leading with the chest. Exhale, fold forward. Hands on shins. Inhale, rise halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bring your right foot back towards the back of the mat. Coming to our runner's lunge. Knee over ankle, foot straight forward. Energize through the back leg. Come up onto fingertips, shoulder blades towards hips, chest rising. And then square those hips, scissor the thighs towards each other. Long spine, strong core. Inhale, rise up with the upper body, arms up. Keep that spine, long core strong, squaring your hips. Exhale, fold forward. Back foot stays where it is. Inhale, front foot meets back. You come into that high or low push-up position. Press the ground away, engage in the core and the glutes. Elbows stay tucked towards the ribs, shoulders away from ears. Exhale, lower down to the ground slowly. Top of the feet down, press into the ground. Elbows stay tucked towards ribs, shoulders away from ears. Inhale, rise up to your Cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, tuck your toes. This time we're going to exhale, press all the way up and back to that down dog. Press the fingertips into the ground strongly. Externally rotate the shoulders. Feel that strength and stability in the shoulders. Feel the length in the spine from the tailbone to the crown of the head. Hips are up and back, so you're in that inverted V positioning. Heels are coming towards the ground, but not forcing the legs straight. Inhale, come on up to tiptoes, bend knees, and then here, walk, or if you wish, jump your feet forward to a forward fold. Hands on shins. Inhale, rising halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up to standing, arms up. Exhale, hands down through center, and find your mountain pose. Once again, connecting back to that three-part breath. If Feeling the stomach fill, ribs widen, chest rise, chest fall, ribs narrow, stomach empty. Staying here for 2 more of those 3-part breaths. I hope you absolutely loved that last practice. If you're watching this as part of our membership through our subscription service, I want to thank you so much for already being part of our swimming specific yoga community. If you're watching this elsewhere and you want to find out more about how yoga can help improve your swimming performance, visit our website, swimmingspecificyoga.com. I can't wait for you to become part of our swimming specific yoga community.